There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm recording today, at least for the grammar part. So this week, just to give you a preview, present perfect part 2. This is the harder one. Although you already have the form, so that'll help. That'll be helpful. Um, and also EL Civics part 2. Um, yes, you will have a test on this again. Okay. During Zoom. Okay. And I'm planning on next Monday for the test. Okay, so you have time to do the practice. Again, not a difficult lesson, just pay attention, right? Just pay attention and, be careful. And I made an extra practice that we're going to do in class, so you'll see exactly what the test looks like. Exactly. Okay. So I went ahead and made an extra practice for that because I figured we could do that together. Okay. Hi, Alejandro.
Hi, teacher. Good morning,
Oh, you
everyone.
moved up there. Okay. I hear the ding when people come in, but sometimes they move into the center of the Zoom screen. So I'm like, who just came in? All right. Anyway, so this is what we'll be doing this week. One of the things I wanted to say to everybody, the latest discussion that we just did, the have you ever? Or no, I haven't, excuse me. Just so you know, even if I don't answer a lot, I read all of the discussions. All of them. Hi, Jerry.
Hi,
Um,
teacher. Teacher,
on
about
the
that, I
discussion.
have to say something.
Okay.
This week, I can't do any homework because I had a lot of job and another problem in my family. But
Oh,
I promise you, this week is normal.
okay. Okay. Well, remember, I always leave the assignments open for at least 2 weeks.
Thank you, teacher.
So, if you don't get it done by the due date, remember, I do take late stuff and you can do it a little later. Because, things happen with schedules. So, if something happens, you can still do it the next week. So, but thank you for telling me. It's good to know.
Thank you, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so on the latest discussion where we did the I have and haven't, which I'm loving, by the way, I'm hoping more people get on there and do that. So much fun, great pictures, um, interesting things that people have done. Very interesting. Hi, Ruben.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, but one thing I want everybody to go back to the discussion that you posted and make sure, because this is something I've seen. I've seen a lot of verbs that are in regular past and not the participle. Okay. If it's a regular verb and ed verb, those are going to be the same. But irregular verbs, check your verb list, or you can Google it, and you can always do that. What's the past participle for drive? And Google will tell you. But get used to using those participles because you're going to be using them again this week. And it's not only present perfect that uses participles. There are other ways that we use participles in English. So just go back there and check. Okay. If you don't know, let me go to the discussion real quick. And I'll show you mine. Or we haven't. I think most of you know this because I've seen some people actually do it, but you can. Oh, are these links? Nora, did you put links in here? I can't click on them, just so you know.
Link?
Well, the way it's underlined, it looks kind of like a link to go somewhere. Ooh, Cyprus. Cool. Okay. Sorry, I haven't read the latest ones yet. Oh, wow. Decorated picture. Anyway, so let me scroll down to mine. There's some really cool pictures on here. Galapagos. I can't believe somebody got to the Galapagos. That's like, you have to reserve that like 2 years in advance or something. Wow. Anyway, Stalin, yeah.
No, this is for my speaking Spanish friends. Uh, Past participle is in our language participio.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Don't tell them. That's
Yeah.
cheating. That's cheating. No, 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 no. That's against the rules. Unless you can also do it in Arabic, Chinese, Vietnamese,
Yeah.
Azerbaijan. What else do we have? They can Google it. Anyway, okay, so here's my post. So you can go to your post anytime, and you see the 3 little dots? Okay, you can edit. So if you discover, oh, you know what? I didn't do the right participle, you can change it and then save. Okay. So check your participles. That's all I'm saying. You can also delete your, I'm hoping you don't do that too much. Well, I mean, if you made a mistake, yeah, delete, but anyway, so you can go to your post anytime and go to the 3 little dots, and you won't get quite as many as I do because I'm in teacher mode right now. I can actually delete yours if I want to, which I won't. Okay. Anyway, so that's one of the things I saw as I was scrolling through, is I did see some past, regular past versus participle. Okay. So please check those. Again, if you're not sure, you can Google it. I encourage you to save a copy of the verb list. And of course, it's also right here. Anytime you want to look up a participle. Not every verb in English is here, but it's 10 pages, so there's quite a few. Okay. So remember, there's a difference between, let me switch back here. Let me get to an irregular verb. Let's look at a couple of the irregulars. Okay. So there is a difference between past and past participle in the irregulars. Okay. So, like I said, just take a look at those. Drove would be I drove yesterday. Past, finished, etc. I have driven many times, meaning it's continuing. Okay. All right, so just take a look at those. Those will take time to learn. You're not going to learn every irregular verb in a week. Going to take lots of time and practice, right? Anyway, so that's what that's there for. Okay, any questions on this? No, we all good?
No, teacher.
No, not yet? Okay. Okay, so present perfect part 2. Hi, Ellie. See if she can hear me yet. Okay, present perfect part 2. So, before I start this, let me remind you of the form, because you'll be using this again today. Okay, so the form we practiced last week, it's just have or has, and then that past participle. Okay. And I will tell you for today's practice, again, I gave you the past participle. So you don't have to go flipping through verb sheets or Googling, okay? The thing that we're going to talk about today really is how to use this grammar because it's very common in English. So let's go to part 2. Okay, here we go. Oh, Erica's coming in. Hi, Erica.
Good morning, teacher.
Oh, your audio is great today. Nice.
Yes, I do it with my phone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
whatever works, right?
yeah, thank you.
All right, here we go. So, have or has plus past participle. There's our form. And I always emphasize this. Past participles for irregular verbs vary, meaning they're different. And sometimes they're a little weird. All right. Regular verbs, it's generally ed, just like the past. Hi, Alan.
Sorry, I'm not.
And in the car. Some people get better internet in their car. Hey, whatever works. All right. All right. So here's the most important part of today is how to use this. Think of the words how long. How long. That's part of this. So this is the other use of present perfect, something that started in the past but continues into the present. So this is one of the main reasons we don't use past. Why is the name present perfect? Because it includes the past and the present. Even what we did last week with have you ever, yes, it's something happened sometime in the past, but it's important now because we're asking now, have you ever done this in your life? Okay. Anyway, so this form, hi Elizabeth.
Hi, teacher.
So this form, again, something started in the past and continues in the present. When you see the examples, you'll get the idea. Okay, so take a look at this sentence. I have been a teacher for 31 years. Am I a teacher now? Yes.
Yes.
Was I a
Yes.
teacher last week?
Yes.
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 Will I be a teacher tomorrow?
Yes.
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 There's the difference. If I said I was a teacher for 31 years, that means I'm retired. I don't teach anymore. Totally different meaning. But have been means it's continuing. When I say the time in this example, 31 years, I actually remembered to change my slide here. Okay, that means it started 31 years ago and it's continuing. Oh, hold on, clean my go back. So here is this idea of present perfect. Started 31 years ago, it's not finished. It's true, it was true 31 years ago and it's true right now. All right, let's bring in the next one. Take a look at that one while I check the chat. All right, Araceli, I answered you. So Mary has worked at Costco for 5 months. Does Mary work at Costco now?
No. Work it.
Has worked.
In
Not
the
worked.
past.
Has worked. It's different.
Mm.
Mhm.
So does Mary work at Costco now?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. I will get out of here and show you the difference in a moment. Because you're saying has worked, it means it's
Oh.
continuing. Has worked for 5 months with the time, I should say. That means it's continuing. It's not finished.
Mhm.
I'll show you the difference in a moment. Let me pull this up.
Mhm.
So if I say she has worked there for 5 months, that means she started back in October and
Continue.
she's still working there. Yep. This is the thing where you have to get between past and present perfect. Let me show you. Maybe. There we go. Let me show you the difference here.
Past.
Okay, do you see the difference here in the verbs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the difference. Okay, so when we say only worked, simple past, that means it's finished. It's not true anymore. It's gone. Okay. Has worked. Okay. She started 5 months ago and continues to work there. Nora, is this making sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the things, why I, emphasize this with present perfect is because if you look at the verb quickly, you see the ed and you go, "Oh, past."
Yeah.
But you have to look at the whole construction because if it's got that have or has, oh, wait a minute, that can change the meaning.
Mm-hmm. When we see has or have, the verb continue, not stop.
If you have this time thing, yes. If you have that and the time. So like what we did last week, have you ever? Right? So I can say I have, trying to think of a good example that's not continuing right now. I have worked as a waitress. No time.
Mm-hmm.
I have worked as a waitress. That means sometime in my life. But if I say I have worked as a teacher for 31 years, it's continuing.
Mm-hmm.
So both the form and the time are really important here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't put a time, it just means sometime in the past. If you put the time, 31 years, 5 months, 6 days, then it's continuing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody want a picture of that one before I click off? Although obviously it'll be on the recording as well. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. We can come back to this. Oh. Let me click back. So started in the past, continues in the present. So here were our first two examples. Okay, one more.
Mhm.
This is going to look strange because it looks like the same verb two times,
Mhm.
but it's very usual. Okay, so Richard has had a cough for 3 days. Has had for 3 days. Does he have a
Mhm.
cough now?
Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, I would have said had. Just simple past, right? It's over. But has had for 3 days. 3 days ago and 2 days ago and now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Present continue.
Present perfect. Don't get confused with continuous. Continuous is ing. Don't go there. Present perfect.
Okay.
Oh, it continues.
Because he
Yeah,
has.
whatever it is, the state continues, but continuous is a verb form, so don't go there. But yeah, it continues into the present.
Okay.
So Richard got a cough 3 days ago. That's when it started. Okay. And he continues to have this cough. So he should probably go to the doctor. Okay. As usual, this whole PowerPoint is in Canvas. Okay, so don't worry if you don't get things copied down. The entire PowerPoint is in Canvas. All right, how are we doing so far? Questions? Confusions? Although there will be confusions with present perfect. But take a look at the form. Have or has plus participle. Have or has plus participle. Have or has
Teacher,
plus participle.
I'm a little confused when we use, for example, I have been, but has work, has work. Being is continual, right?
No, been is the participle for be.
Mm-hmm.
So if I said this in present, it would be I am a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So am is or are, the participle's been.
Yeah.
Same thing here. If I did this in present, I would just say Mary works. Well, what's the participle for work? Worked.
Mm-hmm.
If I did this in present, I would say just Richard has a cough. Now,
Yeah. Okay.
the participle for the verb have is had.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, Angie.
Teacher,
Yeah,
the present perfect, the present perfect connect with the past and the present, right?
exactly. Exactly.
Okay. But the other one is the regular is like a simple is just
Simple past, which means
simple past is
it's
just
finished, it's over.
finishing over, but this connect with the past and the present, right? The present perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, hold on. I'm answering a chat question. Somebody doesn't have volume. I'm thinking based on Araceli's question in the chat, I should stop calling present continuous and call it present progressive. Except some websites will call everything progressive, so it's yeah. Yeah, I mean this is going to be confusing, you know, until you get it down. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that takes time. Go with the rules, go with the form. You'll get there. Mhm. All right. Araceli, did I kind of sort of answer your question?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's the problem, all these words that we use. Continuous as like the name of a tense,
Yes.
but in this case, continues just means the action goes on. It's not finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be confusing and yeah. Okay, for a while. Okay. But you'll get there.
Teacher, favor, can you pronounce that to continuous and continue? What is the difference? When you say-
Yeah, pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to module 2, present continuous,
Continuous. Okay.
right? The verb for present perfect, the
Mhm.
action continues.
Okay.
They're very similar. Yeah. Continuous, continues.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can think of a different verb for continue. I've always used continue when I teach present perfect, but that's a good thought. Maybe I'll get out my thesaurus and see if I can think of a different word.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
I've always used continue because most of my students know what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see how it'd be confusing. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So one of the reasons that I like to do present perfect with health is based on this example here. It's a very common use to use this with health problems or symptoms. Okay. When you go to the doctor, not for your regular checkup, but just you make an appointment, go to the doctor. What is the first question they ask you?
How do you feel?
What is the first question the doctor asks you?
How do you feel?
What's the problem? Yeah, right. What's wrong? Why are you here, right? What's the second question?
How long?
How long? Exactly. So this is that tense where it's so common with health things. Because if you go to the doctor and you say, I have a terrible stomach ache, he's going to say, how long have you had the stomach ache? Very, very common because again, your problem started before and it's still a problem. That's why you're at the doctor, right? If the problem were finished, you wouldn't need to go to the doctor. So very usual. And you'll see some of your practice today, probably about 40-50% of the practice today is on health and health symptoms because it's very usual for that. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it together step by step. You'll be doing this later. We'll do a few in writing. You'll do some in speaking. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to just take a simple present sentence and we're going to change it to the present perfect. Past plus present. Okay.
Present perfect.
Okay, so here's our first sentence. Okay. They live in Los Angeles. Now I put the time up here so you'd have a time to work with. Stalin?
They has lived in Los Angeles for 2 years.
Shh. Shh, don't give it away.
Oh,
Yeah, don't give it
Okay.
away yet. I want to show everybody the step by step. If you already know it, good. Keep it in your head till we get to the end.
Sorry.
But yeah, don't give it away quite yet. Sorry. Sorry, that sounded kind of harsh. I'm sorry. But I want to do step by step, just to make sure. Okay, so here's where you start. Look at the verb. What's the verb?
Live.
Live, right? In this sentence, it's live, right? Okay. That verb will change to the participle. Because you remember the basic rule, right? Have or has plus the participle, past participle. Okay. All right. So this is the part where everybody can chime in as I ask the questions. So subject is they. So is they have or
They
has? Have, right?
Have.
Has is for
Have.
Ishirit. Good. Okay. For they, we use have. Okay. Now you change that verb live,
Lived.
the past
Lived.
participle live.
Lived.
All right,
Lived.
Stalin, I want to hear it now. Did you see if you got it?
Have lived.
Lived. Yeah, they have lived.
No? Anybody? Everybody.
They have lived
They
in Los Angeles for 2
They
years.
have
live
lived
Angeles.
in
They
Los
have lived in
Angeles.
Los
For
Angeles.
How long?
2 years. For
2
2
years.
years.
2 years.
Yes.
There we go. That's what we want to get to. Yeah, we got people's internet going in and out. Ah, welcome to technology. Okay. Questions on this? Not yet, maybe later. Always start with the verb. Always start with the verb because that's how you're going to make your present perfect, right? By using that form. Have or has plus the verb plus the past participle. All right, let's try the next one.
Drives or truck.
She drives.
It has tried.
Truck.
So first, what's the verb?
Driver.
Drive.
Drives. Okay,
To drive.
correct. This is what'll change to the past participle.
Has.
Has.
Driven. Has.
Mm-hmm.
She has
She
Drive it.
been
Driven.
for 5 years.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to try the
Yeah.
whole thing before we go? What's the participle for drive?
Remove F
Driven.
add D.
Is
No.
has drive.
Nope.
Driven.
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 Driven. Mm-hmm. Participle for drive is driven. It's irregular. Mhm. Driven. Yeah, irregular verbs have those weird participles. All right. So what's our sentence going to be?
She has
She
driven
has
a truck
driven a
for 5
truck
years.
for 5 years.
Sandra just climbed right in there. Yeah. Sandra, you have an advantage because you've done this before. Okay. Yeah. She has
She has
driven
driven
a truck
for
for
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
There you go. Mhm. Anybody want a picture of this page? Like I said, it's on Canvas, but it might help you later. If you would like a screenshot or a picture. All right, I got one more. I'm gonna wait here for a minute because I know some people are trying to do the whole thing in their head or with a pencil. So I'm gonna leave this here for a minute before I do the steps. Lost my mouse. There you go.
B. Bin.
Verbo to be.
Aline, I just answered you.
It's been.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep, exactly. Uh-huh. Okay. So subject is John. So do we have or has?
Has.
Has, because John is he. Good.
John has been
So John
Has
been
been
plumber
for
after
7 years.
7 years. Bingo.
Yes.
Mhm.
Big bean.
None.
Bin. Mhm. Okay, one thing I do want to point out, because I do have every class I've ever taught where I've taught present perfect, this comes up. So I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, basically. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me check my chat. Good emoji, Stalin. I wish I could do that. Raise one eyebrow. I think that's so cool. I can't do it though. Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you is this participle. When we are doing present perfect, there's another tense called present perfect continuous. We'll talk about that later in the semester. Okay, forget about it right now. When we are using present perfect, you only use been if the verb is be, which is am, is, or are. If the verb is something else, she drives a truck, he has a fever, we work at Costco. There is no be in that sentence. So you are not going to use been in the present perfect. Okay, just so you know. Because this does get confused with other tenses where we use been a lot more. But in this case, you're only going to use been if the verb is am, is, or are. Everybody okay with that?
And is or take pen.
Am, is, are. And on your verb list that's on Canvas, you'll see right at the top is the verb be. It's all by itself because it always follows different rules than the rest of the verbs. So. People who don't know, they say, oh, be, start with the verb be. It's the easiest verb. No, it's not. It's the one that doesn't follow the general rules. It is not the easiest verb. Okay, last part. I'm not sure if I want to do this now, but I know I'll have questions on it if I don't do it now. For and since. If you notice the examples we did, I did 4. 4 7 years, 4 31 years, 4 6 months, 4 5 months. Okay. I think 4 is a little easier, but you're going to see both. So I'm introducing both to you. Okay. And there is a little quiz practice on this on Canvas, and we'll do a little practice with it also. Okay. So the 2 ways that we use how much time, okay, that we express time in present perfect are for and since. Here's the rule. For is how much time. It's the full quantity. So 3 years, 1 hour, 6 months, 2 days. That's amount. Okay. Since is what you use when you're saying when it started. When did this present perfect start? Okay, let me show you the example so you can see the difference. So I just used my example. So I have been a teacher for 31 years. 31 years is how much time, right? It's the quantity, it's the amount. I have been a teacher since 1995. 1995 was the beginning, and it's still going on. It's still true.
Mhm.
Do not try using ago. Ago is for past. There is a way to use it with since, but don't do that. It's confusing, and even to an English speaker, it's okay. Ago is simple past.
Okay, teacher, if I put a go on the finally, it's like this is end, no more continue.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It means it's finished, and that would be past tense.
Oh, okay.
I went to the store 3 days ago.
I have
Right? It's finished, over.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay. So, as I said, in my opinion, 4 is easier because you just have to say how much time. 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 minutes, whatever it is. Okay. But you are going to see since, and we will do a little more work with since later. Okay. But I did want to show you this today. So if it comes up. Oh, I guess that's the end of my slideshow. Let me get out of here. Okay. Hi. Okay, so everybody have pencil and paper?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Let me
Yes,
shrink this
teacher.
up here. Okay. Who clicked in? Somebody new here? Oh, Ruby's here twice. Okay. Did I say hi, Ruby? Hi, Ruby? Okay. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you sentences like the ones in the example. You are going to write the present perfect form. Okay, I'll give you the participle so you don't have to go back and forth trying to look that up. Okay, but just write them down on your paper. Don't put them in the chat. Okay, just write them down on your paper. When everybody's finished, I will write them up and you can check to see if you got them correct. Okay. All right. I don't want to use Joe again. Who should I use? Let's use Pedro.
I mean,
You can put whatever time you want. Okay. I'm going to give you the participle right there. And then you can say, you know, for 6 months, for 3 years, for whatever you want. Okay. Ruby, to get off my screen.
So sorry, teacher. I'm just trying to let you know I'm gonna go to work and I'll be driving. Okay? Since
Okay, so you're a silent partner right now. Okay.
yes, thank you so much.
Please don't write while you're driving.
Of course, I will. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Okay. Mm. Let's just keep it simple. Okay. All right. So let me put the reminder up here. Okay. So have or has plus past participle. I've given you the past participles, so you don't have to look those up, okay? And then you can put whatever time you want. So write them down in your notebook. Don't put them in the chat because we want everybody to do this separately. I'm going to pause the recording until we're ready to look at the answers. All right, so let's get these started. If you didn't quite finish, it's okay. So we'll just start with Pedro. So Pedro works at Target, and we want to use that present perfect. So Pedro, you can just chime it out.
Has
Been
worked
worked at Target for 1 year.
for 2
No
years.
been. This is what always comes up. Yeah, what's the verb?
works.
Works.
Work.
That's what changes to a participle, which is right here.
Working.
No been.
Worked.
At Target.
Pedro has worked at Target.
10 years, 3 days, whatever you want to put. Okay.
Target.
Everybody will have different times, and that's fine. This is what I want to get straight. This grammar. You could also use since. Like I said, it's more difficult. So I suggest for until you get used to it. But if you're used to using since, give it a try. All right, the children play soccer.
The children have played soccer. Played
Soccer
for
for
5 years.
5 years.
Sucker.
Yeah, this one you could go either way. This one could be like, how long? Like 3 years? You know, like they started playing soccer when they were 8 and now they're 11. Or it could be just for today. So the children have played soccer since, 9 o'clock or 8:30. Or okay. So you could say for 1 hour. Good. All right, last one. We have headaches.
We have got. We have
Have had. I know it looks funny.
have had headaches 25 for 2 hours.
There you go. 1 hour ever since teacher Sandy started present perfect. Yeah. Okay. It's called an English headache. Okay. And I know this looks funny, but you're following the rule. Have or has right? Which is right there. And the past participle. Just so happens that the verb is the same word as the have or has that we use. So I know it looks weird. All right, I'm going to do one more so we get the difference. So this is where you're going to use been if you have am, is, or are. Any other time, you're not going to use it. Not for present perfect. So what will we do with this? They
Have been.
have been
Teacher
teachers.
for 31 years.
What? I don't know how many there are like me, 31 years, but you know. We had somebody last year at our faculty meeting that we have every August. Those of us who, you know, after every 5 years we get like certificates. So last year I got my 30 year. We had one of our teachers 40 years.
Wow.
He was a teacher there for 40 years. We're like, and of course we all know him because he's been there forever. But, you know. Okay. So this is what you're going to try in your speaking practice. Okay. I will give you sentences that are like this. And like I said, I did give you the participle. Okay, so you don't have to worry about looking that up. Okay. And then you will say the sentence in present perfect. Okay. All right, questions on these? If there's something you didn't quite get right and you don't know why is really important. Nope, everybody seems good. Okay. We'll see how it goes after the practice. All right, I'm going to pause the recording. Okay, so couple groups mentioned pronunciation. So there's a few participles and a few health symptoms that I'd like to pronounce. And then if I miss any that you need, please let me know. Okay, but I'm going by my experience and what people need pronunciation on. All right, so you can just repeat. Headache.
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 Yeah, it's a
Headache.
Headache.
when you
Headache.
when you see that word, it is not pronounced CH, it's pronounced K. Ache.
Headache.
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 Headache. Headache.
Ache.
Backache. Backache.
Backache.
I don't know.
Backache.
Backache.
Back of the spina ache at the bad boy.
Okay. Backache. My husband.
Backache.
Yeah, this is it's
Sound
those
like
things. It's
a
those
cake.
things where you want to say slow. So
Yeah.
nauseous,
Nauseous.
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 Nauseous. Nauseous.
Nauseous.
One note on this one, I have heard people say nauseous. To me, it's not quite right, you know. So I've always said nauseous. You might have English speakers pronouncing it a little different, just so you know. But I've always said nauseous. Yeah. Depressed.
Depressed.
So if you remember back in module 3, we talked about how to pronounce the ED.
Yeah.
It's not only for verbs. It's literally for every single word that ends in ed, you follow the rule. So right here you have the S sound, depress, right? So
Depressed.
this is pronounced like T, depressed.
Rest.
All right. Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Firefighter. And if you hear an American pronounce this, again, we don't pronounce the T as strongly.
Yeah.
Because we've been using the English T our whole lives, right? So if you hear an English speaker, it's going to be firefighter.
Firefighter.
Yeah, so it comes out that little ST. All right. Dizzy.
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 Busy.
Dizzy.
Busy.
Dizzy.
All right, my student's favorite one to pronounce, sore throat.
Sore throat.
Sore throat.
So remember on
Throat. Sore
throat,
throat.
stick out your tongue.
Sore throat. Sore throat.
Rash.
Rash.
Good. Engineer.
Engineer.
Oh, this one. Written. Or the native speaker's pronunciation, written. Written. You hear the little in there? Written. Good. All right. Any other words you want me to pronounce that I missed?
Tomated.
Which one?
Number 3, tomated.
Oh, thank you. I missed that one. Yes, I meant to do that one. Again, you have 2 K sounds. Stomach ache. Stomach.
That's hard for me.
Yeah, say it slow.
Stomach
ache.
Say it slowly. This is a hard one. Yeah, because you got the 2 Ks in there.
And
Stomach ache.
number 5,
Backache.
backache.
Do not say backache. People go, huh? What?
Backache.
Backache. There you go.
Back.
Good. Yeah, thank you. I'd forgotten stomach ache.
Jeepers.
Okay, anything else? Any questions on the grammar that you disagreed on? No, we're good. Okay, so let me show you what's in Canvas right now. Tomorrow we're going to add questions, and I'm going to, now hold on. My Zoom, there we go. My Zoom has disappeared. Tomorrow we're going to add questions, and I have something different planned with the participles where you have to do a little more looking yourselves. Okay, when we use since, yes, Araceli, you're correct. Okay, sorry, Araceli has to type her question. She's at work. Okay, so the usual overview. Again, the 2 parts, as I told you first thing this morning, present perfect, part 1. Part 2 of present perfect, and then EL Civics, which we're going to talk about low-cost health insurance. Okay. Again, for you guys, knowing your level of English, the actual test that we'll be doing next Monday, you guys won't have a problem with it. It'll actually be pretty easy for you guys. I'm not worried at all. Okay. All right. Oh, I
Teacher,
lost it.
teacher, we have test for Monday
Yes.
for grammar?
No.
For what?
Well, right here, basically. But like I said, we'll be doing like a practice test right on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, as long as you pay attention and follow directions, it'll be easy for you guys. I am not worried.
Test for all? For everything?
No, it's something I'm going to teach you tomorrow and Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Remember the test last week where I said this is going to be easy, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yes.
Trust me.
I trust you.
Yeah, I never lie to my students. If it's going to be hard, I'll tell you it's going to be hard. If it's going to be easy, I'll tell you it's going to be easy. So, okay. So here's the how long. Okay. Here's the PowerPoint that we did in class this morning. So everything's here. Examples, how to change, for instance. Okay. Because we are doing a lot this week and present perfect can take a little time, I did make these. These are not due until Thursday night, I think. Okay. So, same thing you just did in your groups today. I give you the regular sentence. You change it to present perfect. I did not give you the participles on these. You need to go looking for them or trying to remember them, okay? But remember, back at the end of Module 5, you have that full verb list, okay? Or you can Google. There are lots of verb lists on the internet. Just be careful. I've discovered a lot of them are not completely correct.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to give you my own verb list. All right, and then there's a little quiz. Okay. It's just for or since. I give you a time and you choose, is this for or is this since? That's all. 2 answers for each one. Okay. And you can take it as many times as you want till you get 100%. All right. So that's what's up for now. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to add questions. And I'm going to see if I can make it a little harder on those participles. Oh, sorry, that's last module. I'll have a reading for you. I'm still tweaking that a little bit. Okay. So that's it for now. Just working on that present perfect. Like I said, we'll add a little bit more tomorrow. So little by little, we'll get it all done. All right. Any questions?
No,
No?
don't have any question. I don't have any question.
We'll see if you have questions after you do the assignments, right? We'll see. Like I said, take your time, do what you did today. We did great today as far as I could hear. Okay. I didn't hear as much as I wanted to, but sounded good.
Сейчас я заберу ее.
Huh? Oh, is that for me or the baby?
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't think that was English, but you never know. All right, let me stop the recording.